Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Podler. Today, I am your lovely host, Cale, and I'm joined by my peanut gallery because you're at my house.
That doesn't make it.
Please introduce yourselves.
Wow. Sup?
What's your name?
Josh.
He's a little slow. Sorry.
How do you spell that?
I'm Jake.
It's me, Eric Vivian Matthews.
Haha, I get joke. It's me, Kyle.
Did you just have a stroke there, Kyle?
A little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I got a list of questions.
Well, I mean, today we are here to review the movie we just watched, which
The Do-Over.
The
Do-Over.
Do-Over.
Netflix original.
With Adam Sandler and David Spade. And let me
And
tell
the
you,
hot Latin chick.
no one
And
cares
Nick
about
There's
that.
multiple hot Latin chicks in them.
Oh, there
Nick
wasn't.
Swartzen was there too, yeah, you're right.
He got hit by
And-
multiple cars.
That was his shtick throughout the whole movie, is that whenever he's there, he just gets hit by a car.
Or he gets in a car crash.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
exactly. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised with the movie.
So how did the film
I
make
agree.
you feel?
It made me feel.
What aspects worked well and which didn't? I think a big thing about the movie was that Adam Sandler actually delivered, like, better jokes than his normal haha pee type of joke.
Right.
That's fair, yeah.
Yep.
They actually had some good, like, running jokes throughout the whole thing. Like, again, going back to,
The gay.
my boy getting hit by the car over and over again. That was pretty funny. And then also the gays, as Dante said there.
How about the short wiener jokes that they were
Yeah.
making throughout the
About
movie?
David.
They were. I felt like they were tasteful.
They were tasteful.
Tasteful.
And
They weren't-
less
they weren't-
frequent as other movies.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the jokes in the movie were like a lot less forced than they are in like his more like PG-13 and PG movies.
Yeah.
Right.
And like he just seemed more free to do like what he wanted to do in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Which
that's kind of the freedom having an R-rated movie does to a man.
Yeah,
It
the big
breaks him
problem
down.
with the R-rated movie was
Breaks him
Grandma
down.
flashing her tits. That was
Oh,
not needed at all.
not
My
needed.
favorite
That-
part of the movie.
I could have gone my whole life without seeing what I saw at the end of that movie.
That hurt.
But I
really.
mean, I enjoyed the beginning. I enjoyed the middle. I enjoyed most of the end.
Until that point.
Personally, I think the grandma tots were my favorite part of the movie.
It was
Well,
a pretty
Jake,
good
not
part
everyone
because
can agree with you on
I
that.
can agree with him on that because that
I guess I'm in the
that was a-
minority on
Dude,
this.
it's-
I'm gonna agree with Cale here.
It's-
I did not want to see grandma
Nah, dude.
tits.
It
So-
looked like two beanbags stuck in a pantyhose thing.
All right,
It's kinda-
moving on.
So, to what extent did it fit with your expectations, or did it subvert them in some way?
Like I said-
I think some way that it subverted mine. I went into this thinking it was going to be some garbage, like rip off of another movie, like that.
Another
like-
crappy
like
Adam
that-
Sandler.
Well,
movie.
yeah,
No. Like
another
I
Adam
thought it was
Sandler
going to be a
movie.
rip off of that one, like Live Die Repeat movie with
Oh,
like Tom
yeah.
Cruise in it.
Oh, you mean
Right.
Groundhog's
Yeah,
Day?
Yeah.
no, not that one. But
Oh, you mean
the
Happy
one based
Death
off
Day.
the exact.
Oh, you mean Happy Death Day to You?
I'm gonna
The second
actually
one.
end my.
Oh, you mean Naked on Netflix?
I'm gonna actually kill myself. You're gonna be
I feel like
responsible.
this is a very
Oh,
overdone
the
thing.
day we
But,
met.
but on a real note,
50 First Dates?
I was surprised that it was actually going. Like the story of it actually kind of gripped me. Thinking about like instead of it just being like they got the money, they got the code to the
Right.
bank account. We gotta stop them from stealing the money. It was them trying to stop somebody from taking the cure for cancer so that their
And getting rid of
business
it, yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
go out of business.
It was surprising. This movie had a plot with plot twists. You don't
Right.
see that very often in
But
Adam
some
Sandler
of the
movies.
plot twists were very obvious, like
Right.
like they dropped really obvious clues to it. Like everybody knew
Like-
that the hot chick was gonna be bad.
Well,
no-
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't predict that.
I felt it from the beginning. I was like, man, this hot chick, she's gonna be the death of Charlie Sheen over here.
Charlie Sheen.
Dude, I thought David Spade was gonna get the chick in the movie, like for once, but then
Yeah.
They
but
got
it
named
didn't
it
even
on.
happen. Which is
Adam
my-
Sandler
that
is just
my
too
one
jealous.
gripe. My one
Andy
gripe with the
Samberg
movie.
wanted to get.
Hey, he got the grandma.
I like the
His
part.
mom.
I do like the part though where Adam Sandler didn't get like the hot. This is the chick you want.
Yeah, just like in
Right.
every single movie that he's in, like, let's say Pixels, the only thing he's got going for him is that he's a gamer.
Yeah.
And in the end, well, technically, I guess they didn't really end up together in Pixels. It was never,
Right.
like, explicitly
Yeah.
shown that they were together.
But the thing with the Do-Over is that he had already started off being with this chick. It was just he had like a different, like, they didn't tell you right away that that was his chick. It was like his ex, but then
Right,
like,
right.
it gradually progressed into like, okay, that's who it is now, and like that's that is his significant other for the rest of the movie.
This movie actually made me care about its characters.
Yeah, it really made you feel bad for Charlie at the beginning. So
Yeah,
he looked
honestly.
like shit,
You can call him David.
And that
Yeah.
goes
David
that goes
Dobrik?
into the next
Sorry.
question. Like, how did you feel with the characters, and did they make you feel? I really understood everybody's motives there.
Right.
Like every
Pretty
single
much,
character had like a really obvious reason for doing everything.
The only one that like didn't really fit into it was like the gymnast, but like it kind of came.
Yeah, but
It kind of came
together.
full circle when he
Kinda.
was working for the Latino chick at the end.
Yeah, that's how he kept finding out where they were. He's like, "This is where we are, but make sure you don't kill anybody here."
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he missed every shot.
What I don't understand, but this might just be part of the humor, is how the credit card man kept on finding where they were. But I guess again that
He's
could have
tracking
been
their bank
explained.
statements.
That could have
They were
again
using
been
cash, though.
They're using a different person's ID too.
true.
They knew that. I'm pretty sure they figured
They're
out.
He
just
was a
hunting
member of the
down.
FBI, though. Also revealed in the end there.
Yeah, but so was
Right.
Andy Samberg.
No,
he wasn't actually.
I know.
He was a
It's all
guidance
fake.
counselor.
It's all fake. He's living a lie.
I felt like in literally any other movie, Adam would have played David Spade's part.
Oh,
Pretty
nerd.
much. Yeah, except
Right,
that he would have
right.
gotten the girl in the end.
Yeah. That's how most Adam Sandler's play off.
I think something
Pretty
that I
much.
really liked was turning out that the psycho chick wasn't actually like insane psycho. She had
Right,
she
that
actually
was-
had a
She had motives.
She
Yeah.
had a reason to track him down. It's because they were married. They had a child. The reason he was
Right.
running away was because he didn't want to face like his child losing a father. So he
Exactly,
wanted,
right.
So he
And, like,
wanted
she was just
he wanted
scared,
his
yeah.
child to grow up without a father to begin with, instead of losing his father.
Exactly. Yeah. That it makes sense. Like you can actually see the clear-cut motives of the characters, and as they were shrouded in mystery to begin with. Like how Adam Sandler had my boy David tied up to the bed. Thank you, Josh. For all you audio listeners, he just hit me with the okay hand, which is all of you. But
All of you audio.
God, where
Yeah, let's
was
cut
I?
that part.
Oh God, where was I?
Talking about characters.
Oh yeah, they were good.
Talking about grandma chicks.
All right.
No, don't. Stop bringing that up.
I really enjoy the fact that like Adam Sandler kept like putting on this facade of having like different occupations throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I'm in the FBI. Oh, now I work in a morgue.
I was
Nah,
also a cop at one point.
It's like you thought I want to be a cop. Oh, also I'm a guidance
counselor.
And like they never really touch base on.
I
like
like
his
the part that
guidance.
he's a badass with the least badass job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember though, David Spade, he does not work at the Save and Pay.
Right.
He works at the bank that has no affiliation with the Save and Pay.
It just happened to
He's
be located
basically
inside.
he's basically the Walmart banker who has a frankly kind of shit life.
Right.
But
I can't imagine working at a Walmart bank and actually not killing yourself.
yeah, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
You can like honestly, I felt bad for David Spade at the beginning of this
Right.
movie, and throughout it also because of the tiny wiener jokes, and also how his love interest turned out to be the villain of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the final scene in the movie, they should have just panned down to Adam's Nikes, his Nikes.
Nikes.
I'm so amazed that they didn't do that.
That would've been awesome. He steals them off the dead dude.
Dude.
Those were some fresh Nikes.
Dude,
They
the polka
had
dots.
polka dots, and that was about it.
Oh no, they got messed up from like the lube or whatever that like activated the.
No, that
that
was
was
a
the
wine.
like wine.
And
Yeah,
he
that
didn't even get touched by it. They kept them Jordans nice and white,
yeah, you're
nice
right,
and
you're right.
crisp.
Yeah, the one in the electrical box and electrocuted the guy.
Oh God, I kind of forgot about the torture scene. Now all I can see is the gymnast with the
Lubed up thing.
With the-
that
with the clamps on
horrible.
his nipples.
Clamps on his
That was
nipples.
actually kind of
I
horrifying.
Or how about Adam Sandler
I think
enjoying
one of my favorite part, was Adam Sandler being like, "Oh, my wife twists my nipples all the time. This is nothing
No
to me."
feeling left in them.
It's so like Benchwarmers-esque, where like
Yeah.
Rob Schneider's like, only my wife's allowed to twist these man titties. It's like the same. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially it was the same thing, except it didn't go overboard with that one joke.
I feel like the torture scene was a bit. Well, no.
It was good. It was funny, and
It was good.
and it made me
It was
like,
kind of terrifying.
It made me
Yeah.
cringe up in fear, because it was like, no, that would be bad. I would.
Would
hate
you
that.
like some crushed sprinkles on
Or
that?
how about the fact that Adam Sandler kept pulling the "Nah, you're gay" card from one of his.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that was
Dude, that
funny.
is gay.
for the amount of shit that I give Adam Sandler for being a horrible actor, because like I've seen it like as Billy Madison, as Happy Gilmore, and all that.
He's got like a good he's got like a good maybe 6 good movies, and we've seen 4 of them.
I'm just saying, like in this movie, it was like I saw like actual tears forming in his eyes, which just absolutely.
It actually showed off
astonished me.
It showed off his actual acting ability.
Right,
I think the big problem with him is that like he never takes his garbage ones seriously, but he never writes himself a serious script.
True.
Right.
And whenever he does write himself a serious script, he doesn't take it seriously. He's always just like, haha.
Well,
jokes.
I guess with Punch Drunk Love he did,
Shut
but that's
up.
a terrible movie because it was
if you don't bring up that movie.
I'm sorry,
So-
I didn't mean to scar you again.
One thing that I disliked about this movie was the blatant product placement.
Oh yeah.
It was just like
yeah,
it
but
was
that-
really there.
It was only at the beginning,
Right.
like the
With the
big
Corona?
haha we're gonna go on vacation,
Yeah,
and then
and
the,
they-
then
they,
the
like,
thing
panned
exploded,
into a-
and the product placement was gone.
The
Yeah,
Bud Light,
after the
Corona,
boat
and
exploded,
Nike.
it was like non-existent.
Yeah.
Well, the Nikes and the Corona and the Bud
The-
Light stuff.
well,
Nikes are just shoes.
The Nikes was funny though.
Yeah, that was
fair point.
that was
had-
tasteful product.
that had a
placement.
good
Trademark.
plot point. The other one was just like,
Same
hey,
as Wayne's
you want a
World.
Corona?
Yo, someone's building up.
I get bitches, and then he drinks.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like a mini
that
commercial.
or the Bud Light party ball.
Yeah.
that
That's
they
right.
had.
Yeah. I really, I really enjoyed the beginning part where it was just Adam Sandler and David Spade hanging
Yeah, just
out.
having a good time.
It just kind of felt like it was just these two guys interacting. It almost felt like they weren't in character, except for the fact that David Spade had a tiny wiener.
I really like at like the
Which we
beginning-
all know is false because we know it's all like at least 12.
We all saw Grown Ups, right?
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts of the whole movie was like the great cinematic shot in between David Spade like setting down his Corona and
Yeah.
then it flashing over to his computer screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
very
a-
well
it
done.
that was a very good transition.
It even has like, I'm gonna get killed for saying this, but it had some thematic purpose behind it because that because that Corona, it basically signified the life he wanted versus the life he had, which was
Right.
at his not safe
Which
and
was
pay job.
His shitty Bud Life life.
Yeah, exactly.
he wants the Corona, but he's stuck with the Bud Light.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, what is this film's view on reality? I'd say it took a very actual like realistic view, like
That's-
two dudes chilling, drinking and smoking weed.
Right.
There was like an actual like legitimate corporate deal going on with like the
that damn
with,
capitalism.
like that thing
Right.
going on where like they didn't want the cure for cancer to come out because then they go out for business. That's like such a realistic thing, and I'm pretty sure that's like a conspiracy theory too. It's like, oh,
Like
we
we
could
have- yeah.
we
Yeah,
could
we
have
have the cure for
yeah.
cancer, but the government is snuffing it or something. Like companies are
It makes
snuffing
sense.
Right.
It does. Like this movie. It had. I feel like it did have a good grip on reality. It obviously took some creative liberties
Oh, yeah.
with how realistic it wanted to keep itself. Like especially when
and getting shot in the heart and being like, it's okay, I'm gay, so I get to live. You know what I'm saying?
Or like
Yeah.
the guy getting
Oh,
run over.
yeah.
the fat guy.
Oh,
who
the
got
fact
shot
that
in
they
the
got
heart.
shot.
How about the guy getting run over 3 times by a car?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Still
That,
beat
that's
that.
that's exactly what I was gonna
Well,
say.
those weren't like killing hits. That car crash should have killed him, but like he was just kind of smacked with the car, like oof, and he just got
But
plowed
the
out.
fact
of the
that he
way.
just kept coming
Yeah,
back.
he just kept coming
over
back.
and
Like he
over.
didn't even go to the hospital. He just had like a band-aid over his nose, like to show that
That's
he was a
'cause my-
shit fighter.
My boy Nick Swartzen's got a job to do.
Yeah, and he's gonna make damn sure it gets done.
Absolutely.
I love the sudden cut between hanging out, the bros hanging out
Yeah,
on
just
the
the bros
boat.
hanging out, and then the
and
boat
then
just
boat
fucking
explodes.
yeah,
blows
that
up.
was, that was such, I was like, excuse me?
What
And they're on a
happened?
getaway boat, just like, and Adam Sandler was like, "Oh, here's the blanket," and just puts
Yeah,
a
just
blanket
puts
over
it
him.
over his face. He's
They
like,
must have.
You're dead now.
I wanna know when he roofied him. I wonder if it was in the.
It was
weed.
in the
It-
weed.
I feel like it was in the joints that he was
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah, it's
Because
probably
that
the
would
joints.
explain why Adam Sandler refused to smoke them.
Yeah.
Oh
Because if you think
yeah.
about it, some
Yeah.
cancer people
He
smoke
roofied
weed
him.
as
He
a
roofied him to
thing
get
help
him to at the after the party to make sure that he'd come on the boat ride with him, and then he kept roofing him. He kept giving him little bits so that he wouldn't be like, I'm gonna fucking boat in the middle of nowhere. I have to get home to my wife who's gonna go on vacation.
Yeah.
Without me, so I can paint the garage and get back to my meaningless existence
And
with
get
2
beat by
kids
my
that aren't
children.
mine.
I really like the role of the two twins.
They look like your brother,
They're just
like a younger version of Bobby.
Yeah, they're just kind of like chubby, gross. Like you know the bully in Grown Ups 2 that's on the bus, like the big wide guy.
Yeah.
It just remind me of that guy, and I love it.
It reminded me of trench coat guy at a Knowledge Bowl. For some reason, this guy he just walks around with a trench coat on.
Yeah, gauge it.
Yeah, it's the creepiest thing.
Oh, you're talking about a teleporting fat guy from Smosh? I didn't know he was in this movie twice, actually. Can that be what we do next?
Teleporting fat guy.
Review the Smosh movie.
Yeah. Well, no, not the Smosh movie, just the teleporting fat guy episode.
Dude, the Smosh movie's lit.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I have to tastefully disagree with you.
I've never seen it.
On a real note, I would honestly rate this an A on the Sandler movie scale.
On the Sandler,
and if we're watching real movies, I would still probably rate this either a high C or a B.
Hey Dante, can you pass me my notebook? I have it around here somewhere.
On a real movie scale, I'd give it like a B-, and on the Adam Sandler movie scale, I'd say like maybe an A- to an A.
I'd say overall, it's one of the better ones we've watched.
What would you say is S tier?
S tier?
Yeah.
S tier so far.
Click.
Wedding Singer, Click, 50 First Dates.
So
And Food Fight, but that's not because it was...
not
an
Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler
movie
movie.
Yeah, true.
Food Fight was a very good movie.
They should have had Adam Sandler with
Adam
everyone
Sandler.
in there.
They could have substituted in Food Fight Charlie Sheen for Adam Sandler. Just
That would have been so good.
Yeah.
Real
Wayne
talk.
Brady.
I think we can all agree that Adam Sandler is, although he is a funny actor at times, he's much better in his more like serious movies.
Yeah, like this movie
Like,
itself, it had
the ones that have like a moral to it.
He's
very
good.
good.
He's not good at making humorous movies, but he's good at bringing humors into movies.
Right.
He
Yeah.
can
Yes.
he can
Yeah.
pull off a joke, but he can't make a movie into a joke.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like in a funny way.
That's
Yeah.
like
He
the
can-
best
he
way
can-
you've ever
He can
described
make
it.
a movie
Or
a
anyone's
joke,
ever
but
described it.
he's not good at making jokes in a movie.
Like he
That's
did have
fair,
some
yeah.
he did have some good funny movies. Like I would say that Billy Madison was probably the best funny movie we
Ridiculous
watched.
Six
but
took itself seriously, and that's what made it
What
funny.
about Sandy Wexler? The amazing
you don't
movie.
bring that name up here before I shoot you, boy. We only watched 10 minutes of that one, and then we had to.
God, was it even
Stop.
10 minutes?
I
didn't
watched
think
the
it was.
trailer and I wanted to die.
Yeah, it was epic.
It's like,
Okay.
God, his voice.
Like I was saying, I say that Billy Madison. It was a
I'd rate
pretty
this-
good, funny movie.
I rate this A.
I rate this one an A. Billy Madison, though, even though it is the best funny movie like Sandler has made that we've
Yeah.
watched so far, I still put it as a B. Because even though it was a good
it
movie,
was
doesn't.
funny, but it didn't have like a good plot to it. It was
Right.
just I'm angry, but I play golf because
No,
golf
that's
is a
Happy
calm
Gilmore.
thing.
That's
Fuck. What was
Billy
Happy
Madison.
Madison was a mad one, right?
Billy Madison
was
was-
the one where he went back to school for the.
When,
Oh,
when
yeah.
he was a retard that couldn't spell rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
R-O-K.
Yeah,
That's how you spell it, isn't it?
So yeah,
Sure.
I think
Oh, okay.
the average consensus for this movie, despite what IMDb and them would say, we give this a solid A on
Despite what everybody else says, I would rate this an 8 out of 10.
I'd say 7.5 maybe for the grandma titties at the end, but
You can't
My
die
favorite
because
part.
of one scene.
What are you
You
talking
definitely
about?
can.
No, you cannot.
You can't die
Okay.
because of one scene. It was obviously an 8 or an 8.5
I rate.
out of 10.
I'll say like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison were like the prime of his career. So I'm just gonna get.
base it off of that.
I'm just gonna like backtrack a bit and like get rid of all of his other movies and just rate it as a movie in general. It's a movie I would watch again, and I would watch it like with my family or with my friends.
I don't know if I'd watch this with my family.
I
Well,
would.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't
I'm just-
either.
Like obviously, like
Like I get it, maybe
it's rated R, so watch it with like rated R.
yeah, like older people. You wouldn't
Right.
watch it with your little sister.
I'd watch it with
Right.
like my dad, I'd say.
But like
I'm sure my dad would get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna say it's not a 70 because it's not like a C grading in school, you know. It's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
it's pretty good. Like, and I hate saying that, but like I said like 8.9, not quite a 9, but like because like I say Wedding Singer is like around like that 9.7.
And you don't want to say that this is around that.
No,
Yeah.
it
This
ain't.
movie is not as good as Wedding Singer.
This
Singer.
is
Shut
up.
rated. This is rated on a different scale, though. You wouldn't rate Avengers: Infinity War on the same scale that you'd rate Talladega Nights.
Okay, fair.
Talladega Nights is a
Well-
good movie, and it's funny.
in its
but-
own regard. yes.
And you would rate that high, and you wouldn't
Right.
rate it high for the same reasons as Avenger: Infinity War.
Fair.
Like this could still be a 9 if you really like this movie, compared to Wedding Singer as well.
That's fair.
That is just your point.
That is fair. Like, again, I'd say this was a good movie. and most of us on the scale of S being at the top, F being at the bottom, I'd put it about that A range.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that puts it on par with, I don't even remember what I have in A tier. I think bedtime stories, maybe?
Bedtime stories, Billy Madison.
Yeah, bedtime stories, Billy Madison. It puts it on that same scale.
I got a skirt, by the way.
What about the water
He's got a
boy?
skirt.
Are you a
Waterboy's a B.
I got a skirt too.
Yeah, I'd say overall A rating. Not quite as good as Wedding Singer, but not. It's a little better, I'd say. Controversial opinion. A little better than Billy Madison. Not Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore.
Okay, so overall rating, what you got?
8.
I say
A.
8.5, which puts it like on the 8.5, like right in that range.
Okay. Well, I think that just about wraps it up.
I think that concludes it for that episode
That wraps
of
it up.
The Podler. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Peace out,
and we
homies.
will see you next week.